Welcome back, guys, to Kyle's Crypto Alpha. Today, I'm going to tell you about an $800 million airdrop I got. Additionally, I'm going to show you a chart where you can go look at, see where the smartest minds in crypto are holding their assets and what types of assets. Additionally, I'm going to show you something about in the NFT world. If you guys know anything about art blocks curated, it's one of the most well-known, like highly regarded generative art NFT collections, and there's something new that we believe might be something similar. And I'm going to show you a really great tool to track your portfolio if you're not aware of it. So if that sounds good to you guys, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, because guess what? I told you guys last week that today we were going to have this big drop, and guess what? Today we did. I called it exactly. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel to get more alpha calls like this, and let's get into it. So guys, let's look at this chart. So again, this was last year, like I called it before. This is last year over here, April here, right when it tax season, but this was after a huge run up, right? So we had this huge run up right here, boom, tax season, like we had this big tax sell off today, and this one continued to go down. However, this is different because if it was similar to last year, it would have been after this big run up here, but it's not. It's similar to this area down here before we came back up again. And I think potentially we needed some type of catalyst because it's kind of quiet right now, but we need some type of catalyst because if you look, this region here is quite similar to over here, and it looks like we could be getting another run up potentially to all-time highs. I don't know if we're gonna hit all-time highs this year or not, but it is nice to think about. But for now, I don't expect us to go much higher anytime soon. I expect at least a bit of time. Maybe, let's see, we're in April, May. I keep thinking June, even though I think the reason I was thinking about June was because of Ethereum 2.0 inflation decrease of 90%, but that's not happening now till Q3. So who knows? But June still just feels nice to me. I don't know. I've been in the space for 10 years, and instinctually, I just have this feeling. So, guys, let me show you what the pros are using. The pros are using, or what they're holding, I should say, what the pros are holding. So this, I will share in the link in the description below, but this is Messari. So if you guys don't know what Messari is one of the most well-known and respected crypto research firms in the entire world. And this is a sheet that shows you what each of the employees at Messari or co-founders or whatever, what they're holding, what kind of crypto they're holding. So the Bitcoin, ETH, Atom, Phantom, like Luna, whatever. So again, I'll just share this with you guys down below so you can check it out. Now, what I would do with this is I would see, well, these guys are some of the smartest minds in the crypto space, and these are what they're holding and reporting and making public. So I'll share that with you guys. Now, if you guys don't know about art blocks, yeah, like I said, art blocks is one of the most well-renowned digital art curation platforms. So one of the most well-regarded things that came out of art blocks is this Fidenza. So if you guys aren't familiar with Fidenza, the floor price right now is 45 ETH, right? So it's quite expensive right now, like $150,000 or so for the cheapest Fidenza. It used to be more, but these things are well-known like artifacts. And everything that art blocks does, actually, art blocks you can see here, does really, really well. So people are speculating lately that this FX hash, right here, fxhash.xyz, which is made for the Tezos blockchain. Now, we're all speculating on which blockchain was going to be super popular in the future, but this is kind of like the art blocks curated for Tezos. So I don't really know too much about the Tezos blockchain, to be honest with you. I haven't gone into a deep dive on it yet, but they do produce very similar stuff where artists can come and pop up their generative art collections on Tezos. Now, there's some speculation that this might be another wave here, and certainly as more and more people come from the traditional art world into the digital art world, generative art will be a thing. And so I do expect to see a second run of this. For me, I haven't purchased anything yet on FX Hash. It was just brought to my attention recently, and so I'm going to dive into it further, but I think that it was just put up, the site, I think, back up again like 2 days ago. So it's brand new, things are quite cheap on there, and you could get lucky. You could get something like a Fidenza, for example. So now let's talk about this $800 million airdrop. So check this out, guys. So I'll open up my CoinStats account. CoinStats is actually great. CoinStats is a really amazing portfolio tracker where what you can do is you can just link it with all of your exchange accounts and your MetaMask, and it'll go in down and tell you everything that you have in all your wallets, and it tracks everything on chain. It can track your buys, your sells, your MetaMask, Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, everything like that, and tell you your balance. And now, to my surprise, when I haven't opened this up in like 3 days because I was gone over the weekend, but check this out: MetaMask Ethereum wallet, total KCal, worth $806,220,000. So you might be thinking, Kyle, well, what are you doing making this video? Why aren't you doing whatever you do with $806 million? Well, guys, unfortunately, this is not something. This is not legit. So this happens all the time. Be very, 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 very careful when things get airdropped into your wallet. I get tokens and NFTs airdropped to me all the time, and I don't know why people do it, but they just do it. And if you go and check this thing out, on something like Etherscan, for example, I'll just show you. You see that this token is reported to have been used for misleading people into believing it was sent from a well-known addresses and maybe spam or phishing. Please treat it with caution. And you can see that the last transaction was 5 days ago, and removing liquidity, essentially just doing a rug pull. And so, yeah, unfortunately, even though I have $800 million of theoretical value of this token, it's worthless. So also, don't try to interact with these things too. If someone sends it to you, don't try to sell it. Don't give MetaMask permission to approve to use it in any way. Sometimes these things come with malware and can actually drain your wallet. So only interact with tokens that you know that you received in an honest way. Don't ever expect these airdrops to come to your wallet and think that they're actually going to be worth something. And the second you try to interact with them is when you might get screwed. So that's going to wrap it up today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will catch you tomorrow. See you guys.